Okay.
Welcome to Victorian Gardens Cattery. You're in the toddler room, and I have had lots of requests for this video. There has been a lot of questions regarding my litter box system, and I will put the link below on the litter box system. I believe it's the most natural, inexpensive, healthy litter box system out there, and you can find out the specifics through that video, and I will link it below. I'll also link all the supply list for Amazon so that you can just go directly through the links to purchase any of it. But there's been a lot of questions about the bottom box. When I did this video, the original video in December, I did it for my adoptive families, for them to be able to set up the litter box system for their new kittens that they were getting from me at the Cattery. I never expected it to be so popular, and at the time I didn't even know there was a new Breeze box out there on the market. I had no clue or inkling about that. So since that time, people have been searching for a bottom box. They wanted to use my exact replica, but the old Breeze box isn't available anymore. So today I'm going to go through the 3 different types of Breeze boxes and the best bottom box for that particular box. And also I'm going to go through a whole bunch of questions that people have had and try to give you the answers all in one video. If there are other questions that you think are really important or other things you want to know about cats, about the health of cats, feel free for future videos, just leave a comment in the comment section, and when I get time I will do a video on, we've already done a video on the best foods that I recommend, and I will put links below on the video. You just click the description section below. Sometimes it says see more, and you'll be able to see more of all the things I'm talking about. These are the 3 Breeze boxes here. This is my original Breeze box. I actually went out after the first video and purchased what you guys have to purchase so that I would be able to find the best situation for you guys. But I have lots of these. I still use this. This is the original Breeze box with a green bottom. And as my video from December shows, this is the Pet Mate large litter pan that you put you can watch the video, it'll explain how I set it up. But this is, as you see, this is the box, the bottom box for this Breeze box. It fits very, very firmly. A cat can get in there. It doesn't rock, doesn't do anything like that. So if you can purchase one of these, or if you can get one, a used one, bleach it out. You get it very disinfected. I love this box. Okay, so sometime recently, Tidy decided to rearrange and change the Breeze boxes. So here is the difference. The new Breeze box is actually, it's not actually taller, but it is a little bit different shaped. It's got the rounded center so that the urine can run down to the holes. But as you notice, the holes are smaller, but there are more of them. So I find that you might have a little bit more problem getting the sawdust down, where this one was really easy to get the sawdust down. But you had all this center section here that was more flat, and this is more scooped out. Now, when I got this box last week, I think it was last week, I purchased it specifically for this video. I didn't have this at the time. I had this one. Now, as the first video shows, you do not use the tray. The tray is right here. You don't need that. But this sits in the Breeze box, and it sits fairly firmly, but you'll realize that it's tall. I also purchased last week I think this is called a jumbo. Yes, a jumbo litter pan. I was trying to find the best one, and I was very happy to see that this works. It works, it's inexpensive. The link is on Amazon. If you notice that there's a lip right here where the tray was, this sits right down heavy on it. So it's perfect. It actually gives more head space, more space for the sawdust underneath because it's sitting up higher. What you really don't want is something like this, where you have a large pan but it's sitting on the bottom because you just now lost several inches of head space for your sawdust by using a large pan. So I would recommend for the new grease box, I would recommend this Pet Mate. It's the large. It's 18.5 by 15 by 5. It's the exact same one that I used in my first video, and it sits really well. Well, some people didn't quite understand that this one would work, but it does work. I'm very happy with it the way it is. If you notice on my grease box, mine sits on the side. It never sits down on the bottom. I've got at least 3 to 4 inches of head space. Using it with this new grease box, I'm pretty sure you're going to get 5 to 6 inches of head space for sawdust. You probably will not need to change that bottom puppy pad and the sawdust probably about once every 2 weeks instead of every 1.5 weeks. So I think that's really awesome. This is the puppy pad that I used originally. You can get them on, I got them at Sam's Club, but they're now selling them on Amazon. They're very inexpensive. And as I showed before, it sits right in the center. You pick it up by the sides and you set it right down. So that's how I have mine set up. But you will notice with this new grease box, you're sitting up higher. This is not going to be as efficient because it'll work, but it's cutting off some of the head space. So what I would recommend for these boxes here is an extra large, and this is what I'm using because I bought a hooded one for my spraying boy. So this is what I use. You can lay it out this way. This is probably the best way, and it has plenty of room to go to the bottom. And just look for extra large. Let me make sure. You want to make sure that that lip is sitting on that lip. I don't know if you can get a close-up, but there's a lot of headspace for sawdust in that. So one of the people commented that you can use this Pet Mate So Fresh. It's a large litter pan. And so I want to show you the difference. I actually like this one better. When you put, it's still high, but it sits immediately on the ridge right here. It doesn't rock at all. This one sometimes rocks. So this one is a really nice one. Just think, you will only have to change the bottom box every 2 weeks. That's pretty cool. So that's the 2 boxes I would recommend. This one on Amazon, I believe, is $7.99, and this one you can find at Petco for $9.99 or on Amazon for $9.99 plus shipping. So those are the 2 boxes, and I also I purchased this hooded version, and I absolutely love it. I have a spraying boy, and their their urine is very, very strong. This box, I just love this lid. So easy. You've got a totally contained section, and it's just a breeze to clean. It's awesome. And it's made exactly the same as I could find no difference. It sits right there, just like that. It sits right here. Now, if you're worried about this sitting too high, let me rock. I have to rock that a little bit. This is the one my boy's using, just like this, with the large puppy pad. And I did not measure this ahead, but this is probably 24 by maybe 24. Might be bigger than that. But they're called extra large. And that's actually a Petco or PetSmart one. But anyway, this is really great. It's pretty much the exact same setup. So either box will work with this. And if you have elder cats or kittens, all you need is to do is turn up a Rubbermaid container, one of these shoe boxes, and they have a step to get right into it. So my boy took right to it, and it really has worked great. A couple of questions on the sawdust. When you have a cat that has kidney problems, they urinate a lot. I mean a lot. And they usually urinate in one spot. Hold on, let me get situated here. You want this sitting on that. And then you got a solid litter box. Well, and I have cats that do this. They always go in the same spot, so the sawdust piles up. Well, what I do is I just, instead of letting it go down there, I mean, it's harder, moving it around, you have to move it around. I just scoop it. Just scoop it and put it in a bag. That way you can go even longer underneath. And then when you're down, you can just scoop it around. Some people I don't know why they're saying that their cat's urine is leaking out. I don't see how any cat's urine can leak out of this. So I don't know if it's somebody who hates cats or somebody who hates breeders that are saying that, because I have not had one of these leak yet. So I have no problem with the system at all. Make sure that you always have 1.5 to 2 inches of litter, pellets, all on the whole surface. 2 inches, 1.5 to 2 inches, nothing less. Maybe that's why some of the smell comes up, they complain about the smell. You've got to have these grates covered at all times. So make sure that you are doing that. Now, if you have kittens, like I do, my setup is I put it at an angle like that, and I put a little box, not this box, a smaller box in, and they climb as a step to get into it. Okay, so these pads come with the breeze box. As you know in the first video, I don't recommend them. They're really not efficient. They only cover the bottom portion of the box, the bottom box, and so there's no way you can easily remove it all. Whereas the puppy pads, you just take the 4 corners, put them together, and throw the whole thing in the bag and toss it. Or you can also, with the sawdust, put it in your garden or put it in your compost heap, and it is natural and it will dissolve because it's pine, it's sawdust. So you'll have 4 pads that come in, and I found a perfect way to use these pads. So don't throw them away. You can donate them, but they make perfect liners for your pet carrier. When you go to the vet, just put one of these nice absorbent pads in your carrier for your cat. So that's a good purpose for being able to use this. It also comes with these hard mineral pellets. You know, I don't know why people don't want to listen, but they use these and they find out why I don't recommend them. The urine absorbs into these pellets and they start really smelling bad. Also, there have been complaints that I've heard of cats swallowing these. These are hard mineral pellets, really dangerous. I do not even believe Tidy should make these because they are dangerous if they get ingested. So that's my thoughts on those. I'm sure maybe they would make good mulch too. Inside the box, the newer Breeze boxes, you're going to find a booklet. It has transition steps or tips in it. I also have my own transition tips in the description of the first video. I'll also put them in this video so you can read what I recommend as transition tips for transitioning. You need to be patient. This is not, you know, clumping litter. It's harder. It reacts all totally different. So give your cat a chance and always keep their old litter box next to it. And as they start using the other one, then you can remove it. But don't just make them do it cold turkey because cats are a lot like people. They don't like change, and some don't like change more than others. So just be patient. Give it a full month. And you know, I have had so many, I mean, we have over 1,000 comments on our video on the Breeze box and my litter box system, and people are raving about it. So give it a chance. You know, I knock off the bad comments because I can tell that people didn't try the box, didn't give it a chance, didn't follow my directions. So, you know, please, there's a reason why I say everything I say, and that is backed up by my years of experience with this litter box system. On the back of this pamphlet is a $7 off on a Breeze box. Right now they're on sale in lots of places, so you can take this coupon and get another additional $7 off. So if you need more than one box, you know, you can open the box before you get to the register and pull this out and hand it to the cashier, or you can use it for additional boxes. So each Breeze box comes with the $7 off coupon. You can also go to their website and pull a coupon down right from their website and print it out and take it into the store. Also coming with the Breeze box is another, this is taped to the bottom of the tray that we don't use. And again, it's transition tips. So there's plenty of tips to help you have your cat transition easily. As for the tray, people can complain, well, I bought this expensive system and, you know, it's like I have to throw half of it away. The only thing you're not using is this tray. Don't throw the tray away. It makes a nice serving tray. It makes a tray that you can put plants on, and it can be a water tray. I mean, there's so many uses for this tray. It's not a waste, and if you, with some ingenuity, you can find a way to use this. How about this? You put your cat's water and food bowl on it. So then, you know, you've got a tray that protects your floors from water spillage. I had a few more things I wanted to say, and let me find my list. Not sure where my list is. It got hidden somewhere from, oh, here it is. I'm going to have, if you have any questions, oh, one big question, I'll do it really fast. On the Tractor Supply horse pine pellets, there's a phone number on the back along with the manufacturer's code. That manufacturer code is who manufactured those pellets. Give them a call, ask for the manufacturer's phone number, and call them and ask if it's kiln dried. That's all. Bye for now.